Daily sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Miami Dolphins and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Kicker Chris Boswell has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Ready. Hey,
two and a throw right away.
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. And hauled in by Croft. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Ready.
From midfield, here's Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Tua. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25. They'll start the drive with Harris. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. Trucks over it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Prescott on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 38. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. On play action, Prescott. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 22. Well, this is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did it in a big way there.
2nd down and goal. Prescott. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Najee Harris from 10 yards out. And the Steelers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it, and it's picked up by the Steelers.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
He felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Harris running straight ahead. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Channing Tindall is there for the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing, Prescott. He's got this to Pickens. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now here's another carry for Harris, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try and run with Harris, and this time he is in. Najee Harris, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers Bears have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A run up the middle. Adams. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. McDaniel, he's going to ask him to take a closer look at this call, and out comes the challenge flag. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's gotten them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here they're trying to make it 3 in a row. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Pushes him over, and he's got room. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A very solid gain of 27.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you'll get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tua. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd. And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this for preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it. I'm sure he'll get other opportunities.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Yeah, that'll cross midfield here, not by much. Out of bounds just on the other side of the 50. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll begin here with Adams. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second down, Eckler. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
That was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
On 1st down, this is Adams. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the 1st half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Meanwhile, Prescott's throw into the hands of Pickens. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on, because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more.
And in for the Steelers, touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Boswell for the extra point. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger. Right.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
So first thing crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down.
Tua.
And he's got it. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first.
Ready, break.
Tua going to try and run. Oh, and he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far, and that's going to be how this first half will come to an end.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Play action now, Prescott.
That's swung out wide to Harris. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
To throw again on second down. Prescott
finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
On the sneak, it's Prescott.
And he will have a Steelers first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Prescott.
Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on second down. Prescott is going to fire one deep over the middle. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Steelers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
They start on the ground with Adams. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Tua sets up to pass it.
Open net is Waddle, complete.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Alex Highsmith
in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here's Tua. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Under pressure, and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. And it's caught. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. They'll go to Adams, try to pound it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. The Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as he'll get him down shy of the 20.
First down, Prescott. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Well, we've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop him on third down. To throw is Prescott. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield.
Ready, ready.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
I wonder if they're wandering back to the huddle thinking to themselves, can we just hit rewind and go back a play? Definitely not the down they wanted to begin this drive by giving up a sack. But for the defense...
into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's the ex-Dolphin, Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 41.
They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Had two sides to that coin and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this... Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Najee Harris.
A 16-yard touchdown run.
And the Steelers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. And the grab by Croft.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Tua now on first down. He's going to let it fly. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Now Tua. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. On second and goal.
Tua. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Tua to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Let's go now.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
This opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Pittsburgh, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Chicago Bears next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to turn it around.